What's going on YouTube, James, and welcome back to James Talks Movies, where today we are going to be doing not a movie review like I typically do, but another list sort of video. 2025 is now behind us, and as I'm recording this, we are in the first week of 2026. But one thing I wanted to do before we start talking about the films to come in 2026 is talk more about the films of 2025, specifically the movies I feel were really overrated or underrated. And also just like in general, some unpopular opinions that I have of the year. I was thinking of doing like a, worst movie of the year's list or something like that. But I just thought, just because overall, there were a lot of films this year, I feel like, more than normal, that I felt strongly different than other people. And I just wanted to talk about it. Because unfortunately, I did think that this year, especially, was one of the worst years of the 2020 decade when it comes to films. Some might say that 2020 was one of the worst, but not many films came out then, and there were more films this year that I didn't like than 2020. But albeit I didn't see a lot of films from 2020, so I guess I can't speak too much about that. But let's start, shall we? We're gonna start off on a negative note. I'm gonna say my first unpopular opinion is the Bong Joon-ho movie Mickey 17 was not a good movie. I just could not connect with this movie. I felt like it took way too long to get going. The kind of prologue thing that I was trying to do before the movie actually started was just like way too long. There was lots of like gross out things in this movie that I didn't really have fun watching. Lots of confusing elements in here. I kind of see where they were going with the government kind of social commentary, but overall, I just could not really get into it. Albeit, Robert Pattinson did a pretty good job playing multiple roles in this movie. I'm always very impressed when an actor can do that, but I don't think that the script really gave him a lot to do with his dual character roles. But there are some fun creature designs in here, some interesting world building, but overall, it just didn't really come together for me. I did not like James Gunn's Superman. I thought there were way too many characters within the narrative. I thought the total shifts between comedy and drama, action, were not that well handled. And some of the character decisions I thought to be a little weird and not the best. This next opinion is probably gonna be my biggest unpopular opinion in the video, and that is Sinners, the one with directed by Ryan Coogler with Michael B. Jordan, is not a good movie whatsoever. It's not. I don't think it is. I think it's all over the place. I feel like the messaging kind of gets muddled with just like everything that it's trying to do. I just did not understand the tone it was really going for. Midway through the film, not to spoil anything, but it takes a big tonal shift. Not all the characters really I feel like we get to dive deep enough in. And it was just one of those movies where when I got to the end of it, I didn't really feel anything or just kind of confused. So, yeah, I didn't like Sinners. Maybe I'll try it again in the future, but I'm just not feeling like it. It was not my favorite at all. I gave it 1 star. One of the most disappointing films for me was Eternity with Elizabeth Olsen starring in it, and Miles Teller and a few others. I really wanted a good romance comedy, and this one seemed to have one that had a nice, unique spin on it. But instead, I got a film that just had one of the most disappointing and kind of lazy endings I've seen all year, and just a script that just didn't really know what to do with its premise, making it just like a really disappointing experience, despite the cast doing a good job and there being some good jokes here and there, I guess. And I know this next one is not a unpopular opinion because it's kind of divisive to begin with. I've been noticing, but I'm going to say that the film Materialists is also not a good movie. The chemistry between Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans in here I thought was well done, but I can't say the same for her and Pedro Pascal in here. And I kind of found the messaging of this movie to be off quite a bit, because it's kind of taking that idea, like that classic Disney trope of if you just wait around for the perfect guy or girl to find you, everything will work out perfectly and everything like that. But with the setup of this movie about like being about like real world dating, and kind of that realistic atmosphere, I don't think it quite works and kind of all gels together, if that makes sense. I do like the cinematography though, and the score I think was well done. But that's enough with the negativity for now. For right now, I want to talk about a movie that I really enjoyed. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for others. Not lots of people like my next pick on this list, but I'm going to say that the live action Snow White was a good movie. Hear me out. Now, I get the criticism. I know that the CGI dwarfs kind of look uncanny valley. I know, not lots of the songs could be a lot of people's cup of tea. I kind of get why people don't like Gal Gadot as the evil queen in her kind of campy approach to the character. But it's not a perfect movie. I understand there are some rushed moments, and there are some moments that kind of needed more in the writing department. But I just kind of like the spin that they did on Snow White's character, making there be more of a reason for her personality and more reason for who she is, and kind of more depth to the relationship between her and the prince. Rachel Zegler had a really great singing voice. Her acting also is incredible. And just like the look, the aesthetic of it, Rachel Zegler's voice just brought Disney magic to me that I just can't really explain. Not saying it's a great movie. I kind of agree to the sense that it's not, but I did like it. I think it's good. Take that as you will. Pixar's Elio is not good. It's just not. It's really shallow. It's really boring. It's like it takes like the most stereotypical, plot that you can find in a kids movie like this. There's some imaginative stuff in this, but they don't really do a lot with it. And it just nothing of a movie. It did not make me feel anything. It just showed a lot of stuff that could have a lot of potential, but it didn't really do anything at all with it. The Netflix movie that is up for a lot of awards this upcoming Oscar season, Jay Kelly, is terrible and one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Anything that Adam Sandler does I do not like. I think he's a really one-note actor and really shallow in everything that he does. I felt like it was really corny, really campy, really unrealistic, very conventional. I just did not like any second of it. The cinematography was okay, but overall, it was just bad. Moving on. I do not like Zootopia 2. I thought that it was a little contrived. At times with its messaging and its plotting, there are jokes here and there that are hit or miss. But even when they're good, I feel like they're kind of outdoing the plot a little bit. And I just overall the animation's good. But it's like if you thought the original was really preachy within its message, and showing a lot of callbacks to Disney animated features, this is just a fan service for all that you get from the first, and it's just not my favorite way to go about doing a sequel. And we're going into my final two unpopular opinions of the year. This one I'm about to tell leads into my first one, and that is that The Naked Gun prequel, sequel, reboot, whatever you want to call it, is not the best spoof comedy of the year. Because, in my opinion, that goes to Anaconda, starring Jack Black and Paul Rudd. It really does everything that a spoof movie should do. It literally takes every single aspect of what it's parroting and making the most clever jokes of it, not being ashamed of what it is and not being ashamed to offend its audience. It knows that its audience is smart and just wants to have a really fun time. The actors all really know the movie that they're in, giving 110% with their performances, had me laughing the whole way through. One of the funniest movies I have ever seen in a really long time. But that is also no shade to The Naked Gun. There were some definitely funny moments in that too. But yeah, those were my unpopular opinions of 2025. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Do you agree with my hot takes? Do you not? I would love to hear all your thoughts in the comments so we can have a nice discussion down below about all the films. Also, when you're in the comments, if you have any movie suggestions for me based off the movies I mentioned in here that I liked, or just in general movies that you think I would like based off past videos, let me know them in the comment section down below, so then maybe I can check them out if I haven't seen them already and tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.